Our next topic is scanner app for phones. I went into this a little bit once before, but I want to go into it in more depth with you. Adobe Acrobat provides a free scanner app for all phones. There are other scanner apps that are out there, some of them better, some of them worse than the one that's free from Adobe. But Adobe has a decent one, and it's free, and you can download it to your iPhone or any other kind of phone that you have. It's available for just about any phone, and just downloadable from the App Store for free. There's a thorough description of turning your phone into a document scanner at the CNET link that I have placed here on this course website. But this is a picture of a phone, someone pointing it at a document, a Global Corp doc, and you can see they're hand holding it, pointing their camera down. The problem with scanning with phones is stability. I know I have a slight little shake when I'm trying to hold my phone, not very much, but as we get older, our hands get shakier. A little bit more difficult to hold steady to get a scan. Plus, if it's a multi-page document, holding that phone steady over a number of pages is going to be impossible. And so, what situations would you use your cell phone? Several situations. Number one, let's say that you are in a court situation and you need to provide or be provided to with a document that's not been scanned, and you don't have a flatbed scanner there. So that would be one situation. Or you're at a client site and you need to scan a document that they have and you don't have a scanner available. So it becomes a very useful tool. But the problem, another situation is, let's say you have a book and it's an old book and you can't push it down on the flatbed scanner because you might end up breaking the binding. And so using a cell phone to scan in those situations works fairly well, except keeping it steady. And then that's what this is for. It is one example of a stand that you can put your cell phone in and clamp it to a table. There are other types available. You can click here to go out and see all the different options. But when you do scan a document, it's very important to keep that phone steady. So this is one example, and then you could put your document, turn your pages, and so on down below. Using your phone to scan documents is really not new, but Adobe app to Snap Store and share those scans, that's new itself. You can scan the documents into the cloud, and then you can download them from the Adobe cloud, and it's a free storage service. Now, some of the other apps that you can use on your phone do not store the scanned items in the cloud. They store it on your cell phone, and then you're able to email those to yourself. So it depends on the app that you're using, but the Adobe one uses cloud storage. It's a free tool. Turns your phone into really a document scanner, and it joins others like the Office Lens and Scannable, and these are other apps providing a fast and easy way to capture receipts, business cards, whiteboards, and so on. Pretty simple to use. There are a few things you should know about Scan, so we're going to go into a quick tutorial about it. After installing the app, you'll need to sign into your Adobe account or sign up for one if you don't have one. It's free. To scan a document, you just tap the camera icon, line it up to fill as much of the screen as possible. You'll need at least moderate lighting for the app to perform its automated edge detection and snap the first scan. Now, if you have more than one page, you can just flip to the next one, line it up, and wait for the next snap. Repeat as needed until all is captured. So let's go ahead and go into I want to give you an example of this. I went actually go out to my email, because I actually had one emailed to me that I sent. So I'm going to go in here, and in my inbox, once I went to that particular scan that I made, I told it to send that scan to my email box. And then I downloaded that particular PDF file. So I clicked on here, went out to the free cloud storage area, and then download it. Now, just a heads up, I would be hesitant to store things on a cloud storage without knowing what the security is and so on. So I'm not recommending this for legal documents. Maybe a whiteboard or something like that that's not too not confidential at all, you might do that. Well, here is the document that I scanned. It comes up, and after I've clicked it, and I've already saved it to my computer, so that, and I brought it up in Adobe Acrobat. So let me go here and go into Acrobat, and here is the scan document. Now you'll notice a number of things. It's not a perfect representation of the document because the document was part of a book and the book was curved, but at least I've got that particular scan into my Adobe Acrobat. Now what I want to do is try to improve the scan. So I'm going to go up to Tools again, and then over here on the right, I should have the handy Enhanced Scan option. If you don't have that over on the right, you can just kind of cursor, through all the tools here and choose it. So I've got the Enhanced Scan option up on the screen. And now what I can do is insert over here another page. So if this was something I wanted to add to a document that already existed, and I had that document out there in my system, I could insert a page from the other document into this, or I could insert this document into a document I had open. Over here we have Enhanced a scanned document or camera image. So this, I'm going to click there, and Adobe changed this into a PDF file. So it's not really a camera image, although it was taken by my camera. But if you took a picture with your cell phone camera and not using the scan app at all, and it didn't convert it into a PDF for you, then when you bring that image up in your Adobe Acrobat, you would pick camera image to tweak it. We actually scanned it into a PDF, so I'll pick this option. And now we have a number of subsets. One of them is recognize the text, and and another option is enhanced. Let's pick enhanced, and what will happen is it will go out and optimize the scan. If there's a lot of gray shading in it, shadowing and so on, it'll go out and try to take that out of the image. It'll increase contrast for you, do a number of things. And I've already actually enhanced this a little bit since I scanned it in. But okay, so now it's finished with that particular aspect of my enhancement. But I can come up here and click the area and crop it. So I can come over here with my cropping tool and crop out some of the white space, and then just double click on the area that I have chosen, and then you have a number of options here which you can choose from, your top and bottom margins and so on. I'm just going to say OK, and it cropped that part of my document out of the background. And then again, I can go to recognize text in this file, excuse me, and it will go out and OCR the text in this particular scan from my cell phone. And while we're waiting for that, you're going to see that the fixing, the OCRing, when I go to edit this document, is not perfect. And it never really will be, but you go up here to Tools, Edit the PDF, and you come back into your document, and waiting for the performing of the page, converting scan to editable text. Here we go. All right, so now we have this text box that I've clicked on, and if I click inside of here and use my backspace key, you can see that I can, to some degree, edit the text that's in that text box. And if I come down to this text box and click in there, I'm able to try to edit some of the text that's in there. So it doesn't do a perfect job. You can see, especially down here where the scan was a little bit curved, my text boxes are kind of malaligned. And so you'd have to go through, if you really want to make this into a document that is editable, like in Word or in PDF, you'd have to kind of bring all that text into the same box. And so there's a lot of tweaking that goes on with it when you're working with the OCR that it tries to create for you. But that's the long and the short then of bringing in a PDF from your camera and then trying to tweak the results.